Hey, this is Dr. Keith Hersey, and you are listening to the Destroying Diabetes podcast. Hello there, everyone. This is Dr. Keith. I'm back again. They let me in front of the microphone. They didn't pull it from me after the first episode, so I must have made it to the second one. And I am so glad to be able to talk with you today. And by the way, the name of the podcast is Destroying Diabetes, where I bring on people, also give information to help you with particularly type 2 diabetes. And long-term goal is to either alleviate or reverse this type 2 diabetes. So that's kind of like my jam. It's kind of like my passion. And I'm so glad to be able to bring in hopefully from time to time, experts, people that really know what they're talking about. So you don't have to listen to me. I'm so glad that I have Dr. Anyanwu. She is the owner of RESTUR Rx. She's a health and wellness expert. And I just brought her on today to help with our diabetic patients. Just some tips as far as being able to manage and control and maybe reverse diabetes, and also coming from it also as from a holistic perspective. And so I'm so glad that she's taken a few minutes of her time to be with us today. And again, I would just like to say welcome. And like I said, I'm just glad that you're taking a few minutes out to speak with us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kit. It's always a pleasure to be in the room where we talk about health, wellness. So as a pharmacist, we are the patient advocate. So we get the opportunity to hold that space for our patients. So it's a pleasure to be in the room to talk about managing high blood sugar levels. So when we talk about type 2 diabetes, our focus is helping people to bring the balance so the blood sugar is not too high or it's not too low. So it's a pleasure to be in the room with you today.
Again, the pleasure is all mine. And I'm sure that people probably notice this accent. Where are you from originally?
So I am Josephine Anyanwu, born and raised in Nigeria. I'm from the Igbo tribe. So originally spent the first 30 years of my life in Nigeria. Went to pharmacy school in Nigeria, became a pharmacist in Nigeria. And then I relocated to the United States 16 years ago, where I had to reinvent my practice as a pharmacist. So majorly in the United States, I have been working with retail pharmacy. So presently, I am a retail pharmacist, and I'm also growing my business, RESTUR Rx, where I empower healthcare workers to own their craft. So it's all about bringing the holistic aspect of health and wellness to Western medicine and helping our patients to get that total health in all they do. So.
Oh, that is fascinating. And like I said, I think where we're going, I think that's the future of healthcare, especially with pharmacy. I'm sure you share kind of like my passion with this, and also just trying to work ourselves, I guess, out of the pharmaceutical end of the business, and trying to find more natural and holistic methods of maintaining diabetes without such the dependence on pharmaceuticals. So I'm just wondering, as far as what do you what do you usually recommend to like your patients that you coach in type 2 diabetes, that they come in to you? What's usually how do you approach it?
Yeah, so I think this has been a global issue, that subject matter, because I'm also a certified APHA diabetes care partner. And I think what I do more in retail pharmacy is educate and empower diabetic patients to learn how to bring lifestyle into Western medicine. So as a pharmacist, I encourage them with medication therapy management, where we take a broad view of the drugs they are taking. And then we bring in lifestyle, because the goal is for us to bring the A1C to a level where they can function without feeling fear that they're going to lose an organ. We already know the complications that would happen over time if the blood sugar levels are not managed. So as a certified diabetes care partner, what I do for them is actually I hold community classes where we talk about food, exercise, managing stress, I'm a big advocate of how you eat and what you eat. It's a big part of your total health. We know the World Health Organization has defined health as in your body, your soul, and your spirit. If all three are not functioning optimally, then there is a problem. We can't say you are really healthy. So as a holistic care partner for my patients, I bring the lifestyle aspect. So we talk about how to go grocery shopping and get the right food. The food that, not only the food you love, but the food that your body loves. So it's not, it tastes good in my mouth. When you're trying to balance blood sugar at that point, it's no more about how the food tastes. It is the food that will help your body to feel good and for you to keep your blood sugar levels in check. So food plays a role, exercise plays a role, sleep plays a role, stress management plays a role. And then when it comes to medication, we talk about adherence. So as a pharmacist, we can dispense the medication to you, but we're not going home to help you swallow your pills. So that is where medication therapy management becomes a winner for us as pharmacists. So we don't just give those drugs out, but we maximize our patient consultation opportunities to make sure that we are bringing our heart to work with the patients. We are scheduling time with them to discuss and take a broad view of their over-the-counter medications, their prescription medications, and then we combine everything. And that's what makes up holistic medicine, where as a pharmacist, you're able to look at the drugs, the prescription profile for your patient, you're able to hear them out, you're able to hold the space, you look at the social, some of them come in and they've lost their jobs. You look at what is causing their stress. What I do is the whole total package. I personalize it. One patient might be going through, I just lost my job. I can't afford my insulins. I don't have insurance. How does that play a role in community pharmacy? That might be triaging, which is you have to involve the prescriber, the doctor's office. We call in the insurances. We have to look at the whole picture, their support system. Now, stress is going to be a big problem for that patient who have just lost a job or lost a loved one and is dealing with social issues. So holistic medicine is taking a personalized approach in how you advocate for your patients. And that's what we do with diabetic patients, educating them, empowering them, listening to them, hearing what the problem is, and referring them to the right system, making sure they have the right support through the process. So that's the overview of what a holistic care pharmacist would be doing.
Yeah, and I think that people tend to neglect. I think people understand about diet and exercise, but they don't understand how big of a role that sleep and stress plays on type 2 diabetes, and managing that is equally as important. And I'm glad that you mentioned that, and that's something that a lot of times people don't understand, and maybe it doesn't come across when they go see the doctor or when they go pick up their meds from their pharmacist. So that's like to say the broad, wide range approach to working with patients. So that's very important. And what would you say, like, what do you say, like, when someone comes to you, the A1C is out of control, it's double digits, they're adding on medications, like the doctors are constantly switching drugs, trying to get it down. And the cost, as you know, like the costs, unfortunately, of like a lot of the newer medications, because they're not available generically, tend to be higher. Even if you have insurance, the copays tend to be higher. And they're concerned about being able to afford the copays on these medications. So what do you usually do to someone that comes into you with that kind of situation?
First of all, I hear them, I listen to them. I try to really, because it's amazing what we hear at the patient consultation window, because then you get to hear, okay, what's going on at home? My child is giving me problem. My husband did this to me. And then I look at the whole picture. And where I start with is encouraging them that diabetes is actually manageable. So first of all, my first question is, do you have a blood sugar monitor at home? Because it's important, as much as we monitor every other thing, we need to monitor our blood sugar levels. So I start with, what do you have to monitor? Because when we talk about total transformation, there has to be the accountability piece. So I want to make sure that that patient is someone that can be responsible enough to know what their blood sugar level or their A1C is. So that intentionality is where I want to make sure that I'm helping the patient to know that they are their own change agent. And if they want change, they would have to do the work. So I start with making sure they're able to monitor, self-monitoring tools. If they don't have one, there's a lot of very affordable ones. So we would try to make sure that they can get a blood sugar monitor. Then the next thing I do is we have to take a look to make sure that they don't have prescriptions at different pharmacies. So I do ask, is this the only pharmacy you're using? To make sure they don't have maybe insulin at mine, then I try to consolidate to have that broad view of what they are taking, both over-the-counter medication, supplements, and their prescription medication. And then we go from there. We talk about calling the doctors to, if it's a prior authorization issue. For example, recently I had a patient whose insurance pays for like Novolog, but the patient had used Novolog in the past, but wanted Humalog. How do we start the process of prior authorization approval? And then while I'm doing that, I also make the patient know that to manage their blood sugar level, they have to add lifestyle. So I've had a couple of them who started with as little as taking early morning walks, movement was now okay. So when the patient is always anxious or worrying, we talk about meditation. So we come up with, okay, what do you like? What makes you happy? I love music. So sometimes it will be this kind of coaching coaching that patient through with questions that helps them tap into the free resources they have that they can take advantage of. So we talk about having fun, rest, sleep, monitoring your blood sugar, knowing if it's going up or going down. So even though you start this habit change, you still need to be able to see, is it working? What do I need to change along the way? So being able to know where you are presently and monitor your progress. And happily enough, I have had so many of them come back and say, my A1C is getting better. We have started de-prescribing, which is taking them off some of those medications as they stay consistent. So it's not just starting a new habit, but also consistently staying with the growth or the process of changing and combining habit change coaching with prescription. So it's been a lot of positive improvement that I have seen with the patient.
Okay. And then what else would you think that would help like a patient be successful, besides following like your guidelines? Is there things they can do socially that may help?
Humans are creatures of, as we say, humans are social creatures. We all need a tribe. So I would say they should find people, maybe if they are not social media people, maybe in their local church community, or find people that share the same challenges and connect with them. They need to have a community. They need to have a tribe so that they can exchange ideas and tips of what works. So we all need to have our own tribe. So when it comes to the social aspect, I would say they should join a Facebook group, join a LinkedIn group with people that are facing the same challenge or trying to manage their high blood sugar levels. And that's a good way to feel encouraged and have somebody that really understands what it is to be a diabetic. So not just having your healthcare providers support, but also having a support system by joining communities or tribes of people that are on the same path of improving their healthcare.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. If you have people that you're working with, if you have your family on board supporting you and friends supporting you, and like you said, there's various groups, Facebook groups. If you're in your local area, you can check with like your health department. I know, like here in Durham, our health department has a support group for diabetic patients, and so that's something that people can join, and that's something that you can check out in your locale to see. The health department will probably know, or like if you have a major hospital, they may know of a support group. I know like the ones around here, like Duke University Hospital and UNC Chapel Hill Hospital, that they have groups as well. So that's always good to good to seek out and find out what works best for you. Like some people can do it, virtually is fine, and other people, they need like kind of a face-to-face, so they need to be in person. So there's a variety of groups out there to help you, and most of these groups usually a lot of times are free. You just go to wherever they have the meetings, and usually, especially the ones that are sponsored by like the health organizations and the health departments, those usually are no cost to you. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. So, and then I just want to thank you so much. You've given us so much like information. I definitely gonna have you back on at another date to give us some more information. So what would people need to do, like if they want to contact you, then where you're based out of, and if they're interested in you answering any questions or working with you?
So I'm off. I'm out. I live in Maryland, in the United States. You can always check me out on LinkedIn as Josephine Oby Anyanwu on LinkedIn, or you can follow our business page, RESTUR Rx, RESTURRX.com, and you can always book a free strategy session where we can discuss and see how we can support you. We're always looking forward to support anyone that needs that education, empowerment, encouragement to improve. So wherever you find me, I'm always talking about health improvement. I'm talking about total restoration through holistic care, because I think that all humans deserve to enjoy everyday life. And it just takes that desire to say, I want to be whole. So it's all, holistic medicine is all about wanting to be whole. Because I don't think it's okay when we're doing well in our body, our spirit is sick and our soul is sick. We just somehow don't find that balance. But when everything is in sync, you always find out that you get to appreciate life better. That gratitude and appreciation for life, you get to see life with more contentment. So RESTUR Rx, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, RESTURRx.com. You would always find me on those social media platforms, advocating for everyone. Because like, my slogan is, let's win together. I want every parent to wake up every morning and say, I feel better. That is my desire for everyone. So you need somebody to support you. You need somebody to hold your hands while you go through your process of total transformation. Feel free to always reach out to me. My inbox on LinkedIn is always available to everyone. So thank you, Kit, for the opportunity to share with our patients on how they can improve and manage their blood sugar level.
And again, thank you for being a guest on here today. And I hope that people took in a lot of good information that you had. And thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming in today and talking with us and just spreading the knowledge. And like I said, we definitely going to have you come back and spread some more knowledge to the people out there. So I'm really appreciative of that. So thank you again, and just wish you best of luck in just your future endeavors. And hopefully with both of us that we're working on type 2 diabetes, we can reduce and eliminate that more in our society.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And
thank you. I love the work you're doing. Keep doing that.
Thank you. And likewise as well. So thank you so much. And we just thankful for so much for you to come in today. And best of luck.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. That's Dr. Josephine Anyanwu. She's based in Maryland. And like I said, you can reach her from the various platforms that she mentioned. And also, like, if you want to, if you want to work with me as well, again, the best is email is herseyhealthhelp@gmail.com. That's the best way to reach me, the email address. You can also follow us at Hersey Pharmacy. That's available on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. You can leave us a message on that as well. Like I said, that our main thing is that we want to get you well. Life is not worth it. This is a chronic illness, but it's an illness that can be controlled and alleviated. A lot of the symptoms just by putting the right management. And a lot of times you may need help in getting the right management in place. And that's what we're here for. We're here to provide that for you. If you live in the Triangle area, you can come by Hersey Pharmacy in Durham, North Carolina. Look us up and give us a call. Or if you live in North Carolina, I'd be glad to talk to you. Like I said, we work with people virtually throughout the United States and throughout the world. So you're not limited if you're not in North Carolina. I can reach you in Washington, Texas, Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, England. So as long as you got the internet connection, we can work together. And like I said, again, I just thank for the guests. I thank for everyone that listens to this podcast. Please spread the word about this podcast. Mention it in your own social media. We want to get this is vital information, as you can see today, and we want to get in as many ears as possible. So if you spread the word, we can get more people listening. And the more people listening, we can get more information out, and the more information we get out, the more people we can help. I really want to help you. I know that it's tough. Like I said, I'm a type 2 diabetic myself. It's tough, and it is really tough to try to do it on your own. That's what I'm offering. I'm here for to provide help for you. You know, I know especially a lot of people, you're a busy professional. You got everything juggling around, work responsibility, parent responsibilities, children. It's hard. I would like to be the partner with you and help you move from where the diabetes keeps you tired and run down, and it seems like that you're taking more and more drugs every month, and you're not having a good quality of life. Get in contact with me, and I'll help you get that quality of life better by reducing the side effects, or maybe even possibly reversing type 2 diabetes altogether, where you wouldn't be on any medications. But again, thank you. Thank everyone for listening to my podcast. I hope to hear from you soon. So take care. We wish you wellness and health and prosperity. Thank you.